Hailing frequencies open.
It's showtime.
Huge thank you for the host CT1. Welcome back, guys. You're watching the STPL Round 3 group stage. We're currently watching our Group A match for today. It's Media versus mSj. Media currently up 2-0, and we're going to head into our third game in just a second. So let's introduce who our players are going to be. For mSj this time, we're going to have Jedi1. Now, Jedi1, a very strong Protoss player, just based on his Sure Match series games. Obviously, outside of that, I'm not too sure of him. The main mSj person I know is Dreamer, because I used to play with him quite a bit on it, but IC Cup, and he used to kill me all the time. But for Media, we have one of the Rat Slayers, self-proclaimed himself. It's going to be Gypsy. Now, Gypsy, a very strong Canadian Terran player, is the only Canadian representative, I believe, on Media. One of their newer recruits has been a mainstay of their roster, mainly making them up to 4 active players, which is important for the league, but did a great job in the previous round. Is currently 2 for 2 against Protoss. But is he going to be able to take down Jedi1 here to make it a 3-0 sweep against mSj? We're going to have to find out as they move on to Colosseum 2. Now, this is actually one of my favorite maps to play TVP on. One of my favorite maps to play in general as well. But currently in the STPL, this Desert Tile Set map is 2 for 2 in PBT. So very, very balanced, at least by STPL standards. It's a 4-player map, very easy to take natural, which is actually defended by a single choke headed into your main. And then you have quite an easy third base to take as well. It's quite easy for Terran to expand here, very easy for Protoss to expand. We're going to have to see exactly how both of these players' playstyles plays this out here in Game 3. It's Gypsy versus Jedi1, Media versus mSj. Let's get started with game number 3. And this is the wrong button. So starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the Purple Terran fighting for Media. It's Gypsy. And his opponent down here in the bottom right hand, the top right hand corner in the blue is going to be fighting for mSj. It's Jedi1, who's going to be hoping that he's not the last Jedi tonight. Now that was a rapid. Either way, all jokes aside, I really do enjoy casting with Rapid, so when he isn't here I do feel very lonely. But it's worth it, he needs to sleep sometimes as well. Not really too much to talk about game-wise, and this is the sort of moment where Tastos would be sitting there talking about, I don't know, which Ghostbuster is the strongest, or like which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle could take down the Death Star, like that kind of stuff, you know? But when you're solo casting, you have to kind of keep it to the game. Of course, it is a Friday evening. I've had a week off work, so I've been feeling pretty good about that. But Gypsy going for the wall at the front of his base. Going to keep out any wronggoers, like any zealots or anything early on. Yeah, so it's been a good week for me. Sadly, my week away from work has ended. This is my final day off. Luckily enough, I've got another 3 days to take before the end of October, so I'm going to take out the last week, the last 3 days of October, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That should be a lot of fun. We're going to see 1-Rack's fast expand for Gypsy. Going to be Gate, Core, with Gas as well for Jedi1. So nothing too crazy there. Jedi1, unfortunately, going to be scouting in the wrong direction as well as scouting quite late. So he is guaranteed to not get any information. Won't know if Gypsy's going for an expansion. Won't know if he's going for gas. But we will see that expansion coming up just in a second here by Gypsy. And there we go. Expansion coming up. He's going to be finishing this wall off as well with his next 100 minerals. And it's going to be a while before Jedi 1 even gets to scout. So in our first game, we did see a very quick DT rush coming in from mSj. mSj's players played very aggressive, at least the ones I've played against on ladder, both on IC Cup and Remastered. But this is a tournament, so I know mSj do show a lot of different strategies. Looks like it is going to at least be Dragoon range, so no super quick tech or anything crazy like that. But this command center going to be perfectly fine. Now, interestingly, Gypsy hasn't finished the wall off, so this Zealot's going to get in, and he doesn't actually have an area that's where he can wall off against Zealots right now. So this is going to require a lot of micro from him. This could be a little bit of a problem. Now it looks like he's unsure what to do. I don't know if he forgot that he wasn't walling, but great SCV micro so far. Going to be playing Ring Around the Rosie with the Zealot for the time being, and should hopefully be able to clean this up. Otherwise we could have a very quick game. But it's going to be two Marines versus Zealot. He's going to finish off that wall with a bunker rather than a third thing. He does manage to kill the Zealot without losing anything, so that's going to show off some of his sick micro tricks. It's going to be 2-gate Power Goon coming in from Jedi 1. Not going to see a quick expansion from him. He is going to look to try and bust down the front even. And that's going to be a strong maneuver, as you do have this high ground, which is going to be above the bunker, should outrange the bunker as well. Going to be very hard to get surface area on this bunker to defend, but great usage of Gypsy's minerals. He's going to block the Nexus from coming down by Jedi 1 entirely, and here we go, the first Dragoon. Going to move in, going to see that the bunker is in fact filled with Marines. I'm going to be sitting on the high ground waiting for range to start. But that's not all he's doing. He is hiding a robo most likely over here. And this is a very strong location to proxy. It's so unbelievably close to the Terran's main that you can get a Reaver there very quickly. Now, of course, every time the Dragoon shoots, the bunker will get vision over it, so he will know where he's being shot from, as you can see there. But he's not going to know how many Dragoons there are. If there are any pulling up. He didn't actually see the second gateway, as the SCV did go down before he saw that. I mean, he is going to be sitting pretty back here. He's going to get his tank up very soon. But this could be slightly problematic for him. As I said, he's going to find it very hard to get a surface area on this bunker. I mean, it looks like Diagonal is obviously causing a lot of problems for our Protoss player. Somehow this is in range, but these aren't. I can't explain this, guys. This is just Brood War for you. But weirdly enough, Jedi 1 going to have trouble making that surface area as well. But is this going to be a shuttle, or is it going to be a support bay? It looks like he's focusing a lot on trying to get as much damage done as possible. Going to lose a few SCVs doing this as well. Makes it very hard to defend. But the first tank is going to be coming out soon, and that's going to be fairly strong. Now, he's actually going to proxy a support bay in a different location. Doesn't want to lose that. Going to try and run past the bunker. Could this be a strong move, or is this going to be a mistake? He gets the first tank. That is such a huge pick-off. The bunker does go down as well, and he is going to have nothing but SCVs to try and hold on to this. And looks like he's going to be able to, possibly, but I mean, Jedi 1 with great Dragoon micros so far, really trying to reduce the amount of damage he's taken, but there we go. Looks like the SCV surround a little bit too strong. Some of the SCVs not attacking though, so that is going to be a little bit of a problem for Gypsy. He is going to pull some more SCVs again, but I mean, Jedi 1's micro has been good, but he's not had the best target firing, so even though he has found himself with a lot of SCVs on top of him, he's not actually killed that many. It's just mainly lost mining time. Looks like he's trying to dive on top of the tank. Is he going to be able to get it? Doesn't look like he is. Needs to repair that tank immediately though. The other two Dragoons moving in to try and finish this off. There is repair going down on the tank. Is it going to be enough to keep it alive? The first Dragoon does go down, but the tank goes down as well. And Gypsy is going to be in a pretty bad spot now. He's just got a single tank and 2 Marines in a bunker. But mSj, Dreamer, looks like he's had... Not Dreamer, sorry, Jedi 1. Looks like he's had a bit of trouble with Micro there, but Jedi 1's still on 1 base. There's no Nexus back here. So this is obviously a very, very powerful all-in attack from him. Going to be delaying his expansion a very long time, but Gypsy is back mining on his 2 bases. Huge thank you to whoever just followed as well. Unfortunately, I can't see the follow notifications on my main screen, but it's going to be the Reaver coming in now that could really change the outcome of this game. Now, Gypsy does have an engineering bay. He does not have a single turret, though, defending either of his expansions, and this could be deadly. Looks like he is going to wait for a second Reaver, which is kind of interesting. Needs to pick that up and go. He's running out of time. The first turret is up. The tank's in position at the main. Not going to be able to defend up here. But here we go. How much damage is Jedi 1 going to be able to do? He's going to be trying to expand behind this. But it's all going to come down to this. He unfortunately doesn't have another unit there to defend. Dropping behind this is going to make the Reaver Scarabs done quite a lot. So not going to get as much damage done as he maybe could have. This tank in a very good position. But he needs to head up to the natural if he wants to do damage. He's going to drop on top of the tanks. But that's going to leave the shuttle in peril. He's actually going to need to get out of here. Otherwise he might lose the shuttle with 2 Reavers in to just Marines. So he will pull back for now. Is he going to go into the natural? This could be a little bit of a dangerous play. But looks like he is going to manage to do it. So here we go. The first 2 Scarabs do go off. One of them is certainly going to dud. And so is the other one. So unfortunately, despite having the perfect setup to do this kind of harassment, he's just not had the lucky Scarabs that he needs. Does take down one of the turrets, but using 2 Scarabs to kill an SCV, not the best trade. And unfortunately for Jedi 1, this is not going to work out the way he'd hoped. He's still on 2 gateways, no additional upgrades coming in for him, but he's pulled the tanks around. Is this going to be enough? He's actually pushing into the tanks on the high ground. This is not a good position to be in. And he's going to fall back, losing more and more units. The Marines jump back in the bunker. No more Reavers, no more shuttles on the way. Didn't see shuttle speed coming in either. He's doing the same thing that we saw Dreamer do earlier. He's going for a quick 3rd base. And this could be a very, very unfortunate situation to be in. He's going to cancel out another one of the turrets. Going to be important. Now, he could do some kind of elevator play, but his shuttle is quite low on health, so he does need to be careful of that. And the other thing is he's tried to take a 3rd base close to his opponent. This is not something I would suggest to do ever against Terran on this map, just based on me playing it, and I'm bad, and even I can punish this. So Gypsy shouldn't have any problem doing this whatsoever. We see Jedi 1 adding some additional gateways now. Going to be relying on these Reavers quite a lot to try and push back the army of Gypsy for as long as humanly possible. Gypsy going up to 4 factories, though. He has taken very little damage from the Reavers, uncharacteristically leaving a few SCVs idle, as he is focusing on his other parts of his macro, building depots, building starports, whatnot. Actually cancelled the starport. Looks like he's going to add another factory now, and he is going to go for a very powerful 2-base push here. Doesn't want to look to go for science facility or anything. Doesn't really need it. Doesn't really need to go for a drop either, as long as he gets his units out on time. And he gets his upgrades going, he should be in a very strong position. Looks like Gypsy unsure of what buildings he wants to build. I don't know what that was. But here we go, another set of Reavers coming in from the back. It's going to be the same one as before, of course. They're going to be sacking this Reaver, it looks like, which is not going to be good. Needs to go back in and save that. And does manage to pick it up. A shuttle speed should be finished very, very shortly as well. It's going to be 4 gateways for our Protoss player. Going to go up to 5 and 6 now. Gypsy does scan. He does not know about these 2 extra gateways, so maybe that is going to throw him off. This is obviously going to be a very, very strong push if he does manage to get it going, but he was supply blocked for just a little bit. Looks like this depot never actually started. And that's going to delay his tanks, going to delay his push even more. Now, he is finally going to go into the Starthought. So I think he's realized, just based on the gateway count, that maybe the push has come a little bit too late. Obviously, if you push too late, you're going to have trouble against all the units. Now, we are still going to see this robo up here with the pylon. Going to allow him to keep building observers very close to the... oh, wow. Look at that scan by Gypsy. Scans immediately on top of the shuttle, so he knows he is ahead of himself here. And a nice scan goes down on the observers as well. Now, of course, this is still going to be a strong timing. +1 attack just finishing up. He's not going to be going into +1/1 or anything like that, but he is going to secure himself a third base behind this. We see nice mine placements blocking any possible sort of counter-attack. Obviously, it does leave this open to counter-attack. Jedi 1 is going to see that this command center is coming up. But looks like another scan going down just to see the size and position of Jedi 1's army. And he's going to try and push in now. He needs to try and push in before the tanks get sieged. But I would say this is actually a little bit unadvised. He needs to pull back. He's going to lose all of his Dragoons if he does this. And if he loses his Dragoons, that's going to be the crux of the army. We've got Reavers wandering into tank fire. I mean, he gets a couple of nice Scarabs, but he's lost most of his army. And I think this is what Gypsy needed. He is going to slowly be able to push his way through. The reinforcements from the 6 factories going to be coming in very shortly, one by one. And that should be enough to push through. Now, this is quite different to the earlier versions of Colosseum, just because the base was a little bit closer to the edge. But it looks like we're going to have Gypsy pushing forward. He doesn't even need to siege. He's got so many units right now. And unfortunately, Jedi 1 is not going to be able to stop this attack, I think. And with that, Media are going to take down they're going to take down mSj 3-0. But I mean, Jedi 1 is going to try and hold on the best he can. But I mean, just look at how many units Gypsy has. He's got more reinforcements coming in as well. And his gateways are about to be camped. His third base completely going to be undefendable from this location. This is one of the problems with taking this base against Terran in a horizontal position. We got mines coming in at the front. The observers going to be coming in from so far away. I mean, he's going for a couple of mine drags if he can, but he's just mine tracking mines into his own zealots right now. And Gypsy in such an incredible position. It's going to take a miracle for Jedi 1 to come back from here. He doesn't have Arbiter Tech, he doesn't have Templar Tech. He's got nothing to help him here. He's going to lose his top left base. And I mean, eventually, this robo is going to be taken down by a couple of tanks as well. A nice mine going down on top of that Dragoon. And I mean, he's trying to hold on to his natural domain, but that's going to be too much. GG! And Gypsy takes down Jedi 1. To make it a 3-0 sweep for Media. Now, great start to their season. I did say that it was going to be a walkover in Game 4 now, or in Game 2, but I can now tell you that that was, in fact, a win for mSj. I did explain that earlier, but I completely forgot. So it's going to be a 3-1 victory for Media, but that's still going to be a great start to their season. So if we just quickly enter in the details for that match. It would have been Future versus mSj, but unfortunately Future couldn't make it. So I'll just quickly put that in the database, and then we'll bring up the results. And then, of course, what we can do is we can get ready with the next series. So let's actually just quickly bring up the overlay once again. Just quickly setting the map as well. Yeah, doing all this when Rappeteer is so much easier. But mSj did get that win, so. Right, so let's actually have a look and let's sum up the series with this screen here. So, as you can see, we're going to have +1 win for Media. They're going to win a 3-1 victory over mSj in their first game this season. That's going to be a very, very strong position to put them in. And just to show you why that is, Okay, whoops. Here we go. Okay, so to show you why that's strong, that actually puts them ahead of White Clan and puts them into second place in Group A. And now, of course, that doesn't mean too much. There is still 7 weeks left of the tournament for them. Might be 6 actually, but 6 or 7 games left. So a long... yeah, there's going to be a long path through the series and through the tournament for Media, but they're going to start off with a strong first hand, and that's going to be good for them as they head on forward. mSj, of course, down but not out. Media are a strong team, they've got some strong players, and hopefully they'll be back with a better performance in week 2. So I'll just be quickly going to a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the second series of today. It's Red versus Seoul, the Revenge Van match from the Round 2 playoffs, so don't go anywhere.